Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetPlusSports.com. I'm looking at a black screen for me. Can you hear me?
I can see you, but you're breaking up.
Oh, you can't hear me, though? You see me, but
I
you
hear
can't
you,
hear
but
me.
I can hear you, but you're just breaking up a little bit.
Oh, well, let's go back with the heading again. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Saturday night? We're getting started a little bit late, a little bit technical difficulties, but we are here live for season 2, and we got a lot that's been going on in football, and this past week with trades and everything. You got hockey, you've got college basketball starting, so we'll get into this. This first episode of Live with Season 2.
Yes, we will. Seems like I keep going in and out, so you can barely hear me. So I guess you're going to be doing most of the talking. But before we get started, let's go ahead and give a shout out to those cities that be listening to us. We got cities like Brussels, Belgium, Grenzeck, Weilen, Germany, Ashburn, Virginia, San Jose, California, Boardman, Oregon. Thank y'all for always listening. And for those that come back for the watch, the live, and the replay, thank y'all for watching.
All right, we'll get ahead. Yeah, but thank everybody for tuning in and listening. I'll jump in with some hockey with some scores here right now. Ochekin, he is 8 goals away. He knocked another one in. So
Cool
he's eight goals away from breaking the record of Wayne Gretzky's. Tonight, right now, in the third period, you've got Lightning and Bruins going on. Lightning's up on Bruins, and the third with 9 minutes left, 4-2. The Senators over the Maple Leafs, 3-2 with 14 minutes left in the third period. Canadians and Panthers. Canadians on top, 2-1. The start of the third. You've got the Hurricanes over the Flyers right now, 4-0 with 10 minutes left in the third period. The Rangers 3, Blue Jackets 0 with about 4 minutes left in the third period. The Blues over the Wild 1-0 right now with 10 minutes left. You've got the Predators and Kings tied up 0-0 in the second. And here's some finals. Sabres beat the Golden Knights 4-3. Penguins beat the Devils 7-3. And then you got the Capitals beating the Sharks 5-1. We do have right now one game is going to be starting here at 10 o'clock. You got the Blackhawks at the Canucks. And we, like I said, we got Ochekin. He is nets 887. Now he's at 8 away for the NHL record. Hopefully, we'll get to see him do that this season. Let's see. Any other news right now is that's about it as far as hockey. Hockey's getting ready to start winding down the season. So the playoffs will be starting off with the NBA playoff.
I ain't worried about this. Give me the headphones.
Let's see. Well, Beans is getting now. We'll run down some scores here in the NBA.
This is your quick number. When you're done with quick number, you need to go back up here.
We got right now Thunder and Pistons. Thunder's on top now at 95
when it says
fourth with 8 minutes left.
Thank you for watching.
You got the Bulls and the Rockets at halftime. Bulls up 5 on the Rockets. 65-60. That's a little surprising right now.
What are you looking for?
And then the Grizzlies are in the third quarter with 10 minutes left. Grizzlies are up 67-53. In the third period, quarter, you got the Pacers and the Bucks with 11 minutes left, and the Bucks are winning 69-60. Then you've got the Spurs and Pelicans in the second quarter with 7 minutes left. The Spurs are up 41-38. And then right now in the second quarter with 7 minutes left, you got, and this is Cool Beans' team, the Knicks and the Warriors are playing, and Warriors are up 39-36 in the second quarter.
Well, at least it's close.
It's close. It's close. Then you've got the Nuggets and the Wizards, and they're in the first. Nuggets are up 14-18, and you only got one final as of right now. And you got the Celtics beating the Nets 115-113. Them Nets are just giving people a fit, ain't they?
Yeah, you would think that the Nets would just go away quietly since, they're not going to make them playoffs. They're not going to make the play-in.
No. But, buddy, they are playing teams close, and they are barely losing games. And we see everything that's going on, but they just won't go away. That's showing, to me, that's showing heart. Even though, they're out of the playoffs. They don't even have a chance. They've only won 22 games on the season.
Yeah.
So they can't even got the standings up right now. There in the East, you still got Cleveland leading it by 8 games over Boston. Then you've got your Knicks are at the third spot. They got a comfortable 5 game lead over the Bucks, and I can't believe the Bucks are hanging around a 4th spot.
I can't either. When the year first started, it looked like they wasn't even going to be in there.
Nah, they didn't. They had a slow start, but they're still hanging in there. Them and the Pacers are tied at 37-28, and then in the 6th spot, you got Detroit at 37-30, and then you hear the next 4 spots is going to be playing in for that 7th and 8th. You got the Atlanta Hawks at 7, Orlando Magic at 8, Miami at 9, and Chicago at 10. And right now, Chicago is up on, I forgot who that was I just mentioned, at halftime over Houston, I think, up on them by 5 points. So then you're going to have the play-ins coming with
should be around the end of this month, huh?
Yeah, it should be. Play-in games end of this month, the first week of April. Then out west, you've got the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder. Let me get that right. They got an 11.5 game lead on Denver. Denver's 43-24. You've got Houston in the 3rd spot at 42-25. Then the Memphis is at 42-25, and Los Angeles has dropped. I think the last time we talked, Los Angeles was at in that 3rd spot?
Yeah, they were.
Now they're in 5. So, and look out for Golden State, especially if Golden State pulls off a win against your Knicks tonight.
I know, because Golden State, last I seen, they were in 6th spot, and the Lakers, they're doing bad because LeBron ain't in the lineup no more right now, which he'll come back in about getting close to playoff time. We think he'll be back.
Well, he better come back. He don't want to be doing a play-in game.
Yeah, he sure don't.
And then, you got the Golden State's at the 6th spot, and then Minnesota's at 7th, and the Clippers at 8th, Sacramento at 9th, and Dallas is still at 10th. So that's going to be your play-in games with going with the NBA. Well, you got anything with the Drama League?
Well, as far as you go with the Drama League, now Nafisa Collins, she weighed in on whether there'll be a lockout, and she said the other day that the women are ready to sit out if they don't get any more money. And that's what I'm just like, to an extent, you can't really count what she says, because she's kind of got one of them what is it called, a conflict of interest, because she has an unrivaled league, and they've already TNT already announced season 2 will be next year. So if they sit out, she got more people to recruit to get more players for her what you got. She's paid regardless. You see what I'm saying? But that part don't make sense to me. But it's like they have got to understand they are trying to weasel some more money, which, like we said on the audio, I was like, I could see it if they did, depending on how long their collective bargaining agreement is. If it's a 10-year agreement, then around year 4, year 5, players should get more money, because this league has been around for 29 years, and in 29 years they have not posted anywhere. They have not made money. It loses money every year. 29 straight years. Even this year that passed with Caitlin Clark, with all the success she has brought. She has brought more eyes. She has brought more ticket sales, and they still didn't post a profit. So it's like, how do you expect to get more money and you ain't making none?
That's it. That goes back to not. I think I mentioned this in one of our audios. Not knowing how to manage money. Majority of people don't know how to manage and budget their own money, and that, especially when it comes from a business standpoint, there's no money to be made right now. I mean, they're not making the money to pay them the millions that the guys are getting.
Right.
It's not bringing in the revenue to pay them big money. Yeah, you can maybe knock them up 20 grand, 30. You ain't gonna get the millions that they're wanting.
Sure not. There was one year, I might be wrong on the numbers, but a lot of folks dog Kyrie Irving out about his stance on the vaccines, his stance on whether, because he believes in a flat earth and all that other stuff. But Kyrie Irving 1 year took money out of his own pocket to subsidize the WNBA. I think it was, if I remember right, the number was 50 million. He took 50 million of his own money. It might have been 5, but it was in the millions how much every money he sent over to the league.
And I, like I said, we done mention this on audio. We'll mention it here in live. Anybody they're listening, if they set out, they will lose what audience they gained from last year.
Yes, they will.
They just now started bringing an audience to watch, especially during the playoffs. They set out, that'd be it. You will see a dramatic change and drop in viewings the following year. Because and that's what they're not looking at. They're only looking at dollar signs.
I know it's like, I don't know. They saw that where what was it, TNT? I think TNT gave them a 200 million. Well, no, it was 2.8 billion. To it works out to where they get like 200 million a year, and it's for X amount. I think it was 10 years, and it works out. It pretty much works out to 200 million a year that the league will be getting, and they're already trying to dip their hands into that 200 million, and it's like, okay, I see what your point, but take care of the investors first. The people that made this league happen, the ones that kept it going. Because at 29, if you and I opened up a business and we lost money for 29 years straight, I mean, it doesn't even have to be 29 years straight. If we lose the money, how many years you think we gonna be around? Not 29.
No, after about a couple of years. That's why even you look at small businesses around our area that start out, after a couple of years, they're shut down. I mean,
yeah,
money don't grow on trees like some people think it does. They think you just it just grows on trees, or I just go. I mean, we'll just keep printing money. It just don't work that way. And to see this league, I thought was going to start seeing a good change to start bringing in people to watch. Now they're getting ready to ruin it.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see what unfolds with that. But for you and I, that's nothing off our back. I mean, if they play or not. I mean, so
I know, right?
But we started watching a little bit of it because of Caitlin coming in and seeing all the drama there. It was unfolding throughout the year. But it's just a shame to see that start falling apart because of money.
Mm-hmm.
So now the women's NBA draft will be April 14th. Um, so and then the unrivaled their playoff is it's already slated now.
Yeah.
So that'll be kicking off and everything else. Um, Let me get in here some men's college basketball. The Mountaineers lost Thursday in the tournament to Colorado,
Oh.
one of the worst teams in the conference. So to me, for the West Virginia, tomorrow will be Selection Sunday, where they select. I think it is they'll pick who makes the big tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't see West Virginia making the big dance. Um, Especially when you get knocked out your first round. It was actually the second round of the Big 12, but their first game to Colorado.
Right.
Um, that didn't help them none, which I don't think they're going to go anywhere. If they do make it, they'll be a first exit. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a better year than we had last year. Last year only winning 7 games. Um, so it was a good turnaround. But there is rumors that Coach DeVires, I think his name, could be leaving to go to Iowa.
That would suck.
That's his alma mater. That's where he went to college at. And they were needing, I guess, a head coach. That would be devastating for West Virginia because if he would
That
do that.
would.
But I say his buyout would be huge. I don't know if Iowa could do it, being the first, after the first year.
Right.
But that'd be kind of messed up. Um, but we'll see what happens and unfolds there. Right now, we'll run down some scores. You got over here in the ACC, you've got Duke and Louisville playing right now. This is in the championship, in the ACC championship. Louisville's up at halftime, 38-33. You got a final in the Big 12 championship. Number 2 Houston beat Arizona 72-64. The final over in the Big East tournament, you've got St. John's beating Creighton 82-66. In the SEC tournament, you've got number 8 Tennessee beating number 3 Auburn 70-65. This is semifinal in the SEC. Then a semifinal to another semifinal. They'll have their SEC championship tomorrow. Florida, number 4 Florida 104, number 5 Alabama 82. So tomorrow, Tennessee and number 4 Florida will be playing in the SEC championship. Semifinals in the Big Ten. You got number 18 Wisconsin beat number 7 Michigan State 77-74. And then number 22 Michigan beat number 11 Maryland 81-80. So Michigan and Wisconsin will be facing in the Big Ten championship. In the AAC championship, you've got Memphis beating Tulane 78-77. That's a rundown of the men's scores right now. And like I said, you got games tomorrow. And tomorrow evening will be selection day. Like I said, I really doubt the Mountaineers make it to the men's in the big dance, which, hey, to me, it's a good year. They turned it around. Some injuries came up and stuff. It
Yep.
slowed them down, and changed their outcome, I think. All right, over here in the women's, let's see what theirs is, because theirs runs about right even with the men's.
They're probably doing much better, huh?
West Virginia girls are, yeah, they're ranked. Here in the MAC championship, you had Ball State beating Toledo 65-58. In the MAAC championship, you had Fairfield beating Quinnipiac 76-53. In the CAA championship, you had William and Mary beating Drexel 76-54. In the American Sun Conference, I guess is what it is, Sun Conference, Florida Gulf Coast beating Central Arkansas 68-51. You've got Murray State beating Drake 96-90 in the MVC tournament. And then in the WAC, you've got Grand Canyon beating UT Arlington 65-62. In the CAA championship semifinal, you've got Campbell beating Charleston 80-59. Norfolk State over Howard 68-56 in the MEAC tournament. And in the MVC tournament semifinal, Belmont beat Missouri State 76-67. Southern beating Alcorn State 64-44. That's in the SWAC tournament. In the Ivy League, you got Harvard beating Columbia 74-71. In the CUSA championship, you got Liberty beating Middle of Tennessee 53-48. And then in the Big West championship, you had UC San Diego beating UC Davis 75-66, and that runs down the women's tournament. There's something I didn't see there. Let's see here. That's Division One. I didn't see nothing about the Big East. I mean Big 12. Well, there was it. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
They'll have selection, I guess, coming also. I think there's maybe Monday. I don't know. There must be maybe tomorrow too. I'm not seeing. All right. Well, that's everything that's going right now for him. So we'll be sitting here waiting. They got the championship tomorrow as well. Then they'll have their selection. I don't know if it's tomorrow or something like that. But as far as that goes, anything you want to talk about college basketball, anything for NBA or
Now I got nothing in college basketball.
all right. Get on over here to baseball still in spring training. See here, nothing really jumping out right now. Opening day is approaching very soon. When I was in Cleveland over the weekend, they had the countdown on the stadium.
Right, yeah.
They had the countdown on the side of the stadium, which the other day was like 30s. So now it's probably in the 20s now. So, and the thing is, I'm not used to it being, when I went there years ago, it used to be Jacobsville, now it's Progressive.
Right.
So, and they had the countdown, and we're getting close there. We're probably about, 20 some days away now. And then we see how quick that went last year. And then last year, it's like it started and it's like, all of a sudden it was gone.
It flew. In fact, because now that you think about it, since we're talking about this is season 2, it doesn't seem like we've done this for a year.
No, it hasn't. It has not. We started right at the draft, right before the draft.
Yep. We started. We first came. It was just audio.
Yeah,
I want to say it was about the end of March, because we did the first live what we was doing when we did the NFL draft.
Yeah, and we're going to do that draft first round again.
Yep.
Which it'll be a little more successful than it was last year.
I know.
But so we'll do that first round, and then if you want, well, I guess we'll follow that Saturday, do a live there if you want, because that'll be a round. That'll finish the round. I mean the draft and everything else. Yeah, that's about it as far as baseball. I mean, as of right now. So
Right.
All right. Moving up to football. We talked a little bit about in the audio. There's been some more pieces moving and everything else. And with players leaving and going and moving. And it's just going to be another interesting season for NFL once it gets going.
Oh, it will.
Because Metcalf, he's a Steeler now.
Yes.
Geno Smith went to the Raiders.
Yep.
Lamari Tunsil went to Commanders. Sam Darnold is with the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Field with the Jets.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones signed with the Colts. I'm curious about that. Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
I am too, because I was like, you're gonna have a quarterback battle between Daniel Jones and Richards.
And here's my thing. I don't think Richards has played up to all the hype that he was supposed to be.
Really, truly, he hasn't. But you gotta think he's also been every year hurt.
He was doing good, then he got hurt the first year, and he's been hurt ever since.
Yep.
So I'm curious how that's going to work out. I think Daniel Jones could be an okay quarterback. I think he could be another Sam Darnold. He could put up some numbers.
You know what? I will agree with that. He could be another Sam Darnold, because I still don't believe.
I know where you're going with this. he could put up some numbers. He can move the ball, but we'll see what happens. And then you got Khalil Mack, and let's see, Khalil Mack. You got Ronnie Stanley, and then Chris Godwin all signed with their teams. Joey Bosa is on the Bills. That's going.
Yeah, he's a Bill, and you know what? I haven't heard anything about Von Miller ever since the Bills released him. I haven't heard anything.
I hope he goes to the Chiefs. But then you got Devontae Adams with the Rams. That is going to be an interesting fit out there in the West. I think the Rams will win that division this coming year unless the injury bug hits them. That's the pick when we go to do our picks later on in the summer for divisions. That's my pick to win that division, along with the Commanders to win your division that you're in. I came close last year.
You came close. They got Debo also. We didn't talk about Debo going to the Commanders.
Yep, nope, I ain't got there. Debo went to the Commanders. You got say cornerback DJ Reed. Went to Lions. Edge rusher Josh Sweat went to the Cardinals, and Milton Williams went to the Patriots. And then you're still waiting. Now here's the thing: is Russell Wilson still a Steeler, or is he gone?
That's still up in the air. They don't have a contract on him, but because he was only for, I think it was $20 million 1 year. Whatever year that year he did with the Steelers, it was only a 1 year deal. I forgot how many million it was, but he hasn't made an option of. Well, I'll just say I haven't heard anything about him doing anything yet.
All right.
Let me see. I got a problem with this camera real quick. Let me see this.
So, here's the thing here, which I think this is a good deal. The Chiefs end up re-signing Juju Smith-Schuster to a 1 year deal.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah, so I like that.
I like that too.
He's a good piece of the spoke to the wheel. I think you need to keep him. So now they got him. They kept him. They kept Hollywood Brown. Mm-hmm. Now you still got Xavier Worthy, and still you got Rashid Rice, depending on whatever happens there.
Yeah, he has his court stuff he got to worry about, and two, he's coming off that injury. What did he tear? An Achilles? About like
in the knee.
He tore it at the beginning of
it was about
the season.
4 or 5. Yeah, it was about week 4 or 5. It was early in the season.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what happens there. Um, let's see. And the Ravens.
So he'll miss training camp. It was early in the season. He should miss training camp, and he probably can come back about week 2 or 3.
Yeah, if he's not in jail.
Yeah.
You ain't hearing much on that no more. All right. I'm just scrolling down through here, seeing. I mean, your Cowboys. I mean, they re-signed. They re-signed Campbell, the receiver.
Yeah. I was supposed to make a joke about that too. Because he came from the Eagles. He's a former Eagles player. And I was going to ask you, I forgot what his first name was. I was going to ask you, you hear anything about him? Once again, they get nobodies.
Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell, yeah.
He ain't done nothing since he's been in the league.
Yeah. I'm like, but they all in. They going all in.
And then
You picking up people that nobody wants.
and then Cousins is staying in Atlanta. I mean,
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yep. Cousins is remaining with the Falcons. To me, I would have already parted ways with him, cut my
Yeah.
losses, and I'd went with that rookie quarterback they had from last year, Phoenix Jr.
That's probably why he's still staying up in Atlanta. Nobody's trying to pick him up in that contract.
No. Oh, here's another one I didn't know about. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I don't remember you telling me this, but running back Sanders, he went to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember this. All right, he's with the Cowboys, 1.3 million. He ain't done nothing since he left the Eagles. Man, y'all gathering up all those Eagles.
That's what I'm
players.
saying. We getting all the used up merchandise, like
All
stuff that
right.
nobody wants.
So now the Eagles are stockpiling draft picks. I mean, you got to when you trade off all your defense after going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. They ain't trying to do no 3-peat. They ain't trying to get that
They ain't
second
even
one.
they ain't even trying to get to the second. I mean, I've never seen a team do that before. I mean, after a Super Bowl appearance, you just trade off all your defense. I know they're trying to keep money to keep the offense. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down through here. I don't see a whole lot more. I'm trying to find out about Von Miller. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got some years left in. I like Von Miller. I liked him when he played with Denver. I'd like to see him land in Kansas City. But yeah, I'm not seeing. That's all I'm seeing right now as far as talking about on trade and everything.
Yeah,
That's
all I seen on him was he got released, and that was that. And Google News did me wrong because only thing I ever heard about it was Cowboys offered Nick Chubb some money, but that was it. He did not accept the money. I don't even know if he's still. He's probably still doing free agency as far as I know, but as far as I ever heard, he's still in Cleveland.
Let's see here. You still got You still got Stephon Diggs and Amari Cooper out there. Since we got Juju Smith-Schuster and all them, I think the Chiefs are good at the receiving core. I mean, you got because you'll have Rice coming back. You got them.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Amari would still be a good.
He's He's
pickup.
more of a bigger physical receiver. Because all the ones you got now, there's not as big as him, as far as thickness and strength. I mean, because you got a speedster in Xavier Worthy, you got a small 5'8" in Hollywood Brown. Now Juju Smith-Schuster, he's a little bit bigger.
He's a big guy. He's not a small receiver.
No, he's not. And he actually trimmed up last year from the year before that. But I mean, I'd be Amari Cooper could be a good ad along with Von Miller on defense, but Chiefs
Right.
defense is this Chiefs defense this coming year will probably be the worst that they've had. Probably why Mahomes has been there.
Right.
You done
I meant
traded.
to ask you about it, because this actually, I can't trust Instagram, but it was on Instagram, and I didn't hear it nowhere else. The Kansas City Chiefs franchised one of their linemen.
I don't
They
know who
put the
that be.
franchise tag on one of their linemen.
Because they supposedly traded off what best lineman they had. Again, they done that back to back years. They done that
Mm-hmm.
last year. They got rid of I can't think of his name. He went to Cincinnati. They got rid of him. Um, and now they got rid of the other good lineman they had. But I'm trying to see here. Here we go. I'm on my Chiefs app. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I ain't been on it. They re-signed Nick Bolton.
Okay.
So Nick Bolton signed back. That's a plus. Yes, they did. Right here it is. They franchise tag Trey Smith.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Trey Smith. They franchise tagged him, but he done
And
all
that's
right.
that's bad news though, because you can only franchise tag one player. So Karlaftis, the K guy, the other linebacker, he might be gone.
Yeah, he could be, but at least we do have Nick Bolton. They re-signed him, so he must have took that 3-year, $45 million.
Yeah.
Because now, because the Bills and the Eagles were trying to get him, they were trying to get Nick Bolton. Now here's some more additions that we got with to the team. You got cornerback Christian Fulton. I guess he came from the Chargers. It looks like offensive tackle Jalen Moore. I don't know if he came from the 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, running back from the 49ers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Minnesota tight end Robert Tunyon. Um, I didn't know on that one. And then here you go, linebacker from the Chargers Blake Lynch. So maybe he's going to replace the one we lost.
Right. Oh, speaking of somebody from the Chargers, it just came to mind. Najee Harris is not going to be with Pittsburgh. He signed with the Chargers.
Did he? Okay, I knew he was leaving because they was talking about the Chiefs picking him up.
Yeah.
But I think the Chiefs did better by getting Elijah Mitchell than Najee Harris.
Yeah.
And here's the one that they traded Joe Thuney, the offensive guard. He went to Chicago. And I'm thinking that's the dude that gave up all the sacks during the Super Bowl. All right, and here's the people that left for the Chiefs. P. Ryan left, the running back. I thought he would do better. He done all right, but no, he didn't do like he did at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The Hopkins, he left. He's a Ravens.
Raven.
Justin Watson, the receiver, he didn't do much with him. Justin Reed, the safety, he's gone. Defensive tackle Wharton, he's gone. Defensive end Amunihu, he's gone. And I think those two I just mentioned there, they've been in a little trouble. Defensive tackle Naughty, he's left. Pennell, defensive tackle. McCole Hardman, he left. Defensive tackle Tupi Lutu, he left.
Oh, Hardman gone.
Now
but they didn't use him much last year at all.
Now, all right, this was people that was on free agency. Okay, well this says free agency. They got Juju Smith-Schuster, but it showed them signing him back for 1 year.
Right.
So, and let's see here. And Kareem Hunt's gone and Carson Wentz is gone. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
I
that one
wonder.
there is showing him now. I don't know. I just read there on ESPN right here that they did sign him back for one more year, Juju Smith-Schuster, unless they didn't update this on the
Maybe
salary.
so. Yeah.
But and that's the thing about media anymore. You don't know what is what. You get your information off Instagram, and most of the time it's wrong.
Exactly.
I've looked stuff up, and they would say one thing, and I know it wasn't right, and it wasn't right. So you you got stuff anymore. It's not too reliable when you go to look it up.
hmm
Um, and my thing is too, and I know. I mean, we got the drafts coming and everything else. Um, we could do a too early prediction who you think may make the Super Bowl next year. Since this is episode 1 of season 2.
Yeah. Uh, Coming off the back, you know what? I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan. This is our year.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
But NFC side, I'm thinking if Vikings can figure out their quarterback issue, because McCarthy didn't play last year. What did he have? He had some kind of injury that he got in preseason, took him out he didn't play. So this would be his second year. I hope they don't just throw him to the Wolves. So I don't know. We know Sam Darnold's not there. And from what they did last year, it turns out, the last couple of games, the problem was Darnold. And, the Lions figured him out. And everybody was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And they got massacred.
So,
But the Commanders, you can't sleep on them. I like their coach. Dan Quinn is now the new Dan Campbell.
so you're going to say it's the Cowboys and who?
No, not Cowboys. I'll go with, because I hate them less than the Eagles. I'll go ahead Commanders.
All right, Commanders. Who they playing?
They gonna be playing on the. You know what? I don't know why I didn't do why, especially when you was talking about it earlier. I don't know why I didn't pick the Rams, but okay, I'm sticking with Commanders, and they gonna play on the other side. It's not gonna be Buffalo. Buffalo, I don't know, not Buffalo, and not Baltimore because somehow another Lamar will find a way to screw it up. So I say. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go with Chargers. I really, really don't. I don't think. You know what? Raiders. You know what I ought to do is just a Raiders and Cowboys.
All right. In the NFC, I was going to go with Commanders. And I was going to go with the Ravens finally getting over the hump.
Really?
Yeah. So I was going to say Commanders and the Ravens in next year's Super Bowl. This is early picks. 2 early picks for the Super Bowl for next year.
Yes. And by training camp, the end of training camp, we should be able to change those.
But we'll see what happens when we get the draft coming and everything else. I don't know. This draft don't seem too exciting like last year's draft.
No, I really don't.
Because
after Sanders and Travis Hunter,
and then you got Cam Ward, and that's it.
Yeah, Cam Ward, and it's like.
So you know they're going within the first 5 picks.
Yeah.
Well, Patriots already, unless they change their mind, Patriots already said they was taking Travis Hunter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But, I wonder what draft number they had.
4, I think 4.
Oh. They think he's going to last the 4?
The Giants are at, here, let me bring it up. The Giants, number 1's the Titans. Number 2 is the Browns. Not Browns, Browns. ain't it? Yeah. And 3's the Giants. See here.
There's all three of them right there. Sanders is going to the Titans. No ifs, ands, or buts on that. They might not want him to go, but
Now,
Titans need a quarterback.
I just came from Cleveland this weekend from where my grandpa passed, and my uncle was
Right.
telling me now Cleveland's looking. He said the Browns are looking to draft Sanders if Titans take Ward,
Okay.
which I think they would have the better quarterback in the draft if they take Sanders.
Yes, but they have
and-
no money for Sanders.
Well, I think they kind of do. If that one report, if I read right, all that money that they were supposed to pay Watson when he re-injured that Achilles, I need to double check that. When he injured that Achilles again, he wasn't wearing that walking boot, and he was supposed to. That was something that was in his clause of his contract.
Oh, so that means his money ain't guaranteed.
So I'll have to see what I have to double check on that. So yeah, you got the Patriots sitting at number 4, okay, and then the Jags at 5, and that's a franchise that's all in a mess. It's Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Loaded with talent, and they just can't get nobody to. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, it's just they can't jail. They can't do nothing. And then the
The
Raiders.
problem is they overpaid their quarterback.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence ain't worth all that money.
Okay, quarterbacks here in the last year or two overpaid. Trevor Lawrence. You had
Daniel
Watson,
Jones.
Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Okay.
I'll let him have
say,
his.
Yeah, he. Okay, I'll say he gets his. Kirk Cousins. That big contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirk played better broke. It's just that once he got that money, it's just like
Aaron Rodgers, 2 of them
definitely.
back to back. So I mean, you've got all this paying all this big money to quarterbacks, which I think that stops this year, don't it? They're gonna have a cap on it, right?
They kept. Yep.
So that's going to change on how everything goes. I guess we'll see how this all unfolds and everything. Because the Eagles got the last pick because they won the Super Bowl. Then the Chiefs and the Bills, Commanders, and then the Lions. My thing is just curious to see what the Chiefs pick at the towards the end of the draft, because I mean they need linemen, they need defensive players.
Yeah.
So anything else with going to the NFL?
Nah, I'm good on the NFL. I'm just worried about how Dallas will screw that draft up.
They'll do something.
Yeah, they're gonna go something.
They'll draft the punter in the first round.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. If that happens, you're going to kill me. But this is fun just watching, and you got college football and everything else. Spring training, spring camp coming, spring games. And we'll see how that goes for West Virginia. And our guy we had on here over the summer, Judah Price, they done a stat, and he had the second fastest velocity on the team at 20. Hold on, let me tell you. Let me make sure. Now, Jaheim White didn't do that because Jaheim White was hurt.
Oh, okay.
He's been rehabbing, so Jaheim White was hurt. So that's why his name wasn't on this list. And I'll find it real fast and run down it.
I think he was at 20.1.
20. All right, this is miles per hour. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He was second behind J.L. Turner. J.L. Turner's velocity. He was 21.78 miles per hour. Turner was. Judah Price was 20.92. That's flying.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you look all down through here. Scotty Fox, the one returns punts, he was 12.8. So
Now you got to think about that. He's the punt runner at 12.8. Why wasn't Judah returning punts? Oh yeah, I forgot. Neil Brown was up there.
Neil Brown. And thing was, I mean, here you got Judah Price. He's just as fast as the team was. They haven't gave the man a shot. I think Neil Brown's shooting over him. We got a new coach. Hopefully, I watched the interview with Coach Rodriguez. He said we need speed. He said we got some, but we need speed. We're speed. And Judah Price is right there. So you know Judah Price is probably going to get the and Coach Rodriguez. It don't matter. They're all scholarship players now, every one of them.
Right.
So the new league changed and everything else. Every one of them is scholarship players. So, but we'll see what happens with that coming season. Anything else you got?
I got nothing. It's almost time to go ahead and put that up there, that quick number.
All right, if you're thinking about hurting yourself or harming yourself, you can always dial 988. That's the quick number for the Veterans Crisis Line. It's 1-800-273-8255. Give it a call. When you dial at 988, dial number 1, and they'll get you into the resources that you need. Or if you're a veteran out there or anything else, you can go to your local VA medical center, go to the ER, tell them you need some help, and they'll get you in contact to the resources that you need. Don't hesitate to make that step or that call. Just get in contact with someone. And next Saturday we won't have no live next Saturday, right?
Yeah, no live next Saturday. You say you're gonna be out of town.
Yeah,
We'll do that. We'll either Monday or Tuesday record the audio, and I should have it posted by Friday.
And then we'll be back on live after next weekend. So that'd be the 28th, 29th.
Yeah, 29th.
Yeah, 29th. All right.
And by that'd be that's dance time. That's right in the dance.
Yeah, actually that'll be right in the middle of it or towards the end.
Yep.
So yeah, because it should be starting this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be around the Elite 8 or so, I'd say. Probably. But all right, you got anything else?
I got nothing else.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend and stay safe.
All righty.
What'd you figure out was wrong with your audio?
No idea. We're still on live because I don't know how to cut this off. It's one of these buttons. It's like the bonus, what you call it, the the bloopers. Yes, I don't know how to cut this off. I don't remember.
Don't remember. Oh man.
It's bloopers on here somewhere.
Vet Plus Sports bloopers.
Yeah, I found it now. Here it goes. Now we're definitely off there. See y'all next week.